me that gossip and all that.
Yo, listen, I saw that. He got the black and white down. You saw me earlier. I was black and white down out here. You know what I'm saying? But so, like, you know, I just salute everything. And I just think, you know, people like you, when they see you outside of New York, like you've been through and you spreading the culture, why not tap into it? Because my voice and people for Coney Island, even if it ain't just me, it's my people that's out here. You know what I mean? My boys got the Blue Box Entertainment. They getting money, you know what I mean? My man Reem and my man Poppy Nine.
Come on, come into the camera.
I mean, it's my people.
Yeah.
You know,
People come into the
and my man G-Star Straight, you know, he's from Brooklyn. Yo, G-Star, you know what I mean?
Put some money on the camera.
Everybody's here. They come out from there.
You know what I'm saying?
Come out. I bring them out.
You know what I mean? We here, you know what I'm saying? And this is all a matter of a phone call and just people that we network with along the way. And people know, like, I never was afraid to share the shine. You know what I mean? And that's why.
Motherfucking New York City up in Charlotte.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's why we here, because we're here to push the culture forward. And
I love it, though. I love
just
it.
get people more involved, because a lot of people know what's going on, but like I said, everybody put a tab on everything, and that's what stretches it out. You gotta get your money, but at the same time, like, strength is in numbers.
Yes, but you know what I love? I love that, right? Even though I've always been following you, right, on IG. But when you reached out, I was like, yes, we gotta have him on the show. And then he was like, yo, I'll fly out. I'm like, really? To Charlotte? He was like, yeah, I'm gonna book it now. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
New York love. New York people do that.
That's when you're about your business.
But you know what?
Yes.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like I wasn't watching your show and what you was doing, what he was doing, what you was doing, because at the same time, because you can only be so big in your own city. So you gotta branch out and see what else is going on outside of your comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, you know, every day is a new day for me. Every second is a new second. Everybody, I woke in the spots. The Babylon last night, I don't know. Hookah, niggas wilding out on fruit drinks. It was like, it wasn't even no liquor.
Y'all want some rum punch? We got rum punch.
Punch.
I got a story to tell, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You was at Babylon?
Yo, Babylon.
I already know.
What? Acting like, what? Yo, I can't, yo, let me tell you something, man. I don't hold my tongue. I'm 6'2", no time for the small talk. You see me in person, you believe it. You know what I mean? But like what I say is,
some rum punch.
I mean, pour something. You know what I mean?
Punch.
Yeah. We gotta have the rum punch on deck.
But you know what though? Like when I went there, it just like I see why when you hear about people that's talking about what's going. Hold on one second.
Hold on.
With you.
Let's
be
professional.
We got one mic to floor. It's your time to shine.
Maybe they say respect the mic. Respect the mic.
Yeah, one mic.
Here you go.
You heard Nas, take me back. You know what I'm saying? You heard Nas, but you know, but I think with Charlotte, like everybody just looking at each other. I just think if everybody possibly talk. Or this world could possibly be a better place.
She agrees, and she's from Charlotte.
Yo, I'll be honest with you. Like, I had a great observation yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
At the airport?
No.
In Babylon.
No.
Oh, in Babylon. Okay.
Babylon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's get to that story.
So, like, you know, and, you know, shout out to Mercy. You know, she pulled me out. You know, I had a great time. You know, we was in there. And, you know, everybody was hooked out. You know, I never knew hookah was just like
popping like that.
I know, still, you know what I mean? Like I see lungs exploding. I see people
fucked up off the hookah.
Yo, listen, I'm not here to judge nobody. Get your money.
Yo, that's for real.
I'm not here to judge nobody.
Niggas be getting lifted.
People acting mad with fruit drinks in the hood, like, you know, there's fruit drinks and slushies. Hey, everybody still ready to fight? Like, that's kind of crazy.
Them slushies be on
But
point.
what makes you want to fight after you drink a slushie?
Like what's hard about the slushie?
What's in the slushie? Somebody tell me, what's in the slushie? Alright.
Fucking Patron.
I know exactly what he's talking about.
Yo, I'm gonna leave that there. That's all. That's like, you know, I'm moving around. That's just it. If you know, I know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, I know. I'm not losing nothing. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna badmouth it. It was definitely love. There was no violence. I walked out of there safe. We all got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, But this is what it is. I just want to get my music out there and get people familiar with what's going on. Because I reached out to him in the DM, and that's why I like studying crafts and music. Like, cause when we up top, when we think of NC, immediately we think of the baby, and we think of Stunner.
Yes, he's big out here. In fact, the store that we're in, Zooey, this clothing brand, shouts to Greg from Zooey ENT, that's who we rock with. He makes these clothes for the baby. But specifically, that you'll see the baby rocking that. That's the baby's water. Where's his water at? The alkaline.
We sold out.
You sold out. They sold out of his water. So.
Oh, we got more.
Oh, we got more. But shouts to the baby, because the baby shows love and we show love back.
We fuck with
him. So the baby,
we definitely fuck with
him. We fucking with the baby in Charlotte. This is his water.
K2O.
K2O.
DJ Kid.
But the shit sells out.
Word. It gives you that power punch you got too, like. I don't know.
Pimp strong. It's pimp strong.
I need one of those left hands too.
Yeah, it's spinning on everybody.
You know what I mean? But I'm just happy to be here and be able to tap in with people outside of New York as well, and with people that I've seen on the grind for a while too. And that's how I want to keep this thing going,
Yes, well, you'll realize that being in Charlotte, it's a lot of New Yorkers here. A lot. Like, almost everybody in here is from New York, except her.
Yeah.
She's from Charlotte. No, I'm from Charleston. Oh, Charleston, South Carolina. Okay.
Oh, Mount Pleasant, on dog, 10 Mile Highway 17. You know what I mean? I went to Waldorf High School. I was one of those guys who got kicked out of New York, went down south. So that's how I know I know what's going on.
Look at this.
You know what I'm saying? I know what's going on.
But you'll find a lot of New Yorkers out here because, New York rent is high. And we could actually own some shit here.
Nah, but you know what it is? I think everybody.
I own all my shit.
I think honestly with New York, it's just like with the South, it gives everybody the opportunity to own things more than they think you could possibly afford. Like we were just talking about that. Like in New York, you can spend $2,000 and have 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, but out here
you have a mansion.
Have a fortress. You know what I'm saying?
I think my house is the bomb, and my mortgage is only $932.
I mean, everybody can get a house if the cookout menu is $6. You know what I'm saying? The cookout thing is $6.
Oh, you don't want the cookout. Oh, you.
My man that was going to
you
the
get
cookout last night.
You over there culture.
You can save a lot of money like that. I would get a house too. The cookout is doing all that for $6. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, but you did bring up Benny the Butcher. How did y'all get to link up?
Shout out to Carlos for classic material, because at the time in 2016, when this is after Shake the Block on Uncle Murder, I had the record with Manolo Rose.
Oh, I love Manolo.
Right, we had all of my niggas, and he liked the record, but Carlos had actually liked when I was rapping more on that hard, aggressive freestyle, like what I was known for in the Smack era, like in the URL times. And so he was just like, yo, these dudes right here, they from uptown, you should mesh with them, like they show love, blah, blah, blah. But at the time, he was talking about Conway. But when
Conway from Buffalo?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because they were all Griselda.
Yes.
Shout out to Westside Gun, shout out to the
Success
Success
shout
of the Mall.
to them. They doing it big.
Teach your hustlers to keep moving. But like with that situation, when it came down to SOBs, me and Benny the Butcher kind of clicked. Because I told him, I was like, yo, Carlos put me on through the roof. So when he came down, we linked, and we chopped it up. And it was like, I was like 2-3 years ahead of New York. Because it took them some time. Because remember, they was riding with Shady. And at the same time, they still were just freestyling. The difference is Buffalo supported them along the way. And people appreciated the music. That sounded just like the Five Boroughs. Like it sounded, it reminded them of that sound, and they was going against the odds of what people naturally remember. Like everybody's like either drilled out or trapped out or whatever. And they're going against the odds. So when you hear somebody with some dope raps, Drake supported, LeBron James listened to it. Of course, you're gonna be like, oh shit, nobody knows if this era is gonna tap back into that style of rap or keep it going with the, drill or trap music.
Nice.
It's that Wu-Tang feel again.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It gave us that Wu-Tang feel again.
And know what's so dope about that? When he came out here, he was already in a concert, and right after the concert, he was like, Chambers, you get the studio, you knock it out tonight. And right from there, we went to Umbrella Studios, shout out to Cover, and shout out to Capital, because he already had the beat. I knew exactly what Benny would want to do. We knocked out the record, And what slowed it down was when COVID hit, because I had the record like in February, March. I had it already.
This was last year.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I was just smart enough and not thirsty enough to just drop it. It was just all marketing. I was just doing 10 other things. And people actually forgot I had the record until I brought it back up.
It's fire too. Shout out to Capital too.
Shout out to
Capital was a dope.
And look at that. I met Capital from the URL. He was at every URL battle. He's a fan of straight raw rap. He's not venturing off to new sounds.
Okay.
Not like that.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
You know, man, he supplied that heat. You feel like you go into a different dimension. And it was very easy for Benny the Butcher to rap to it. He didn't waste no time.
Nice. Can I ask you, being that you bringing up Smack in those battles, right? And there's a lot of memorable moments, because Lord knows I myself have been in attendance to some of Smack's events. Summer Madness.
That shit used to be lit.
Yo, I mean, it was bananas. And I had access backstage. Like, I wasn't even like in the crowd or nothing. The shits is wild. The shits is crazy. So what's one of your most memorable experiences doing that?
I mean, you gotta think I was there the whole beginning, from when you could walk on the stage from the floor. So like, you know what I mean? So yeah, like, but I can say there's two of them. I got actually like four memorable, or two at the time.
Okay.
All right. One is when Math battled T-Rex. The intensity level was very high that day.
Okay, I can see that.
And the
Math is intimidating.
The other one is when, the Jones situation happened. We don't have to get back into it.
Right. We don't have to do
that. Was like left field. And, what people don't know is that it's like, everybody just like, when we left out, it just parted like the Red Sea. They just let me and Math walk out the building. Like, it was like we were just outside by ourselves, like, yo, what the fuck you just did? But I swear it was like 10 minutes before they figured out we was left. And then we saw all that stuff. So like, that was like the craziest thing. The third would be Charlie Clips against Holloway. Gave me that amazing shout out.
Okay.
And he made me, 2.5 million fans, more viewers. Like I said, every time you diss me, I know how to spin it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
I figured it out. You know what I'm saying? And fourth, I would say with Bill Collector and Hitman, when I actually went back with Bill Collector when he went versus Hitman Holla after all those years. It was like crazy. The intensity level was there.
June, we're gonna pass the mic because I know y'all got a different kind of relationship and you got different kind of questions.
Nah, he does. It
is what it is. But is your boy speaking to you now?
Who's that?
Got a feeling like a French kid.
Oh, that guy. I mean, honestly, you know what I'm saying? I'll be honest with you.
He talking about French Montana, yo.
Jesus Christ.
I know.
Put it out there.
You know what?
He's talking about French.
No, but you want to, not even to try to sound corny or whack, because I know a lot of people we're connected in so many ways in the street that don't make sense. So it's like, when I did the record, I just did it out of support because I respect him as a hustler. And if people were smart enough, they were checking it. All I did was just say the things that was down the list of his YouTube. If you go to his YouTube, it's just like freestyling over the beat. It wasn't like no thought out shit. And that actually happened to pop when y'all heard it on the radio. And it made it a thing. But this is around the time I was rolling around with Drew Boy Pop, Coke Boy, Cheesy Dior. Yeah, shout out to Boosie. I saw him last night. Like all the Coke Boys that was making music, but at this time French is in LA. So like everybody's like stuck in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect. And he was like, it was in the Bronx. You know what I mean? So like in between that, I always seen Chinx Drugs at Bad Boy Studio. Shout out to
Chinx.
Shout out to Far Flow. You know what I mean? He connected the song with me in French, and that's around the time me and Chinx Drugs, RP. And that's when we started working in those clubs. Once we started getting money out the clubs, I didn't really care because I was using that song to get money. Like the first record lasted a long time for me. You know what I'm saying? And I was able to transcend other records. Like I came in with Pistol on my side, and then I started working with young homies that just went with the time with the new music, and that's why I'm here.
That's why he's here. Well, you were about to say something?
Yeah, but not to stay on the friendship though. But what was the? Not that because I
not the friendship, but the friendship.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Why he got so mad? Because I mean, the shit was dope. Son.
No, I'm gonna tell you, it's not even a matter of being mad. It
What
was
you
just
think it was?
you got to remember at that particular time when you're around people.
Give me that gossip and all that.